tonight. You're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Rank it up on the worksite, it's the Belle and Liam podcast. Belle and Liam podcast.
G'day there, podcaster.
Yep. Episode 565. It's a sinking ship. Obviously, for a lot of people in our new home of Melbourne, it's episode 1.
Yes. This is pretty exciting because if you didn't know, Liam and I done a show now for 10 years. Belle, who hasn't spoken yet and she's about to speak for the first time, this is her first show. Before you speak, Belle, no pressure, but this is the first thing you've ever said on the podcast. So make sure what you say right now is very good and funny. She crumbled. She crumbled.
Yeah, too much pressure.
Hang on, no, because I have been on the pod, unless it's your first time listening.
I just mean this is officially your first time.
Right.
Yeah. You've been on
as
a lot.
As a host.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me just say,
it's too far gone.
It's good to be talent.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. This episode's called "It's a Sinking Ship" because you claimed that this show would be a sinking ship at some point during it. I mean, it all went pretty well, apart from the fact that the phones weren't working for the first 10 or 15 minutes. But anyway, enjoy. We're going to properly unpack everything in our off-air podcast. You're probably thinking, who the hell are these guys? This isn't Chrissie, Sam and Browny. Well, it's Ben, Liam and Belle, the new show.
Good morning.
Good morning, Belle. How are you?
I'm great. I'm very, very excited.
If we're going to compare ourselves to the old show quickly, I'd say Belle, obviously Chrissie. Makes sense.
No, Browny.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I had myself down as the Brownie.
I was also hoping to be Browny.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they're all great, but I mean, 3 premierships back to back. I mean, it really speaks for itself, doesn't it? Okay. Well, look, we're going to be hanging out with you over the next contractually years, but who knows? Could be months if you're not enjoying it.
Ben and Liam are in your head.
Phones weren't broken. We clicked the wrong button, but now we clicked the right button, and we've got all the calls.
It is good to see there genuinely is lots of calls, but it was a tech issue.
Yeah.
It was not nobody calling.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's kick into it.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Yeah, just a quick 5 questions. If you get them all right, you get to pick the next song we play. Also, you're walking away with a $200 voucher. This is very exciting. This is going to be our first caller that we've ever spoken to on the show. Effie in Botanic Ridge. Good morning. How are you doing?
Oh, good morning. How are you?
Very good. So well. I mean, initial thoughts? How do you think the show's going so far?
Look, technical issues, but it's the morning, so it's fine.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. We're all just doing our best here. Well, let's kick into it. England versus Senegal has just kicked off in the World Cup this morning. What continent is Senegal in?
Oh, gosh. Africa.
It is. Good stuff.
Very good.
Well done. Back yourself in. The drama-filled Harry and Meghan doco comes out this week. What's Harry's brother's name?
John.
Hang on. Prince John? No, of course not. Diana's children. Charles and Diana's children. He's going to be the future king. It's not going to be John.
Moving on, Effie. Thank you very much. Anna in Epping. Good morning.
How you doing?
Very well. Okay, there's a chance that there's going to be a big champagne shortage.
Hang on. Let's get the answer to
Liam.
question 2, Liam, before you burn past it.
Sorry, guys. First morning. What's Harry's brother's name? Surely you know, Anna.
Will.
Yeah, it's William, yeah. No, I thought that went without saying. I'm surprised the last person got it wrong. Okay, there's a champagne shortage in Melbourne ahead of Christmas. Can you spell champagne?
CHAMPAGNE.
Yeah.
Very good.
You've looked at
Smashed
a few bottles of those, hey, Anna?
Oh, I wish. During work.
Look, you've only got 2 more questions and you'll be walking away with some. Woolies is turning their home delivery drivers into Santas who will pose for photos with you and your kids. What is Woolies' slogan?
The fresh food people?
They are, home run here. Happy birthday to Malcolm in the Middle star, Frankie Muniz. Can you finish the lyrics to the theme song of the show?
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question?
I don't know. Can you repeat the question?
Good play, though. Good play.
You didn't watch it? Okay, well, let's see if Monica can do it. Can you finish the lyrics?
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question?
You're not not the boss of me now.
Yeah, Mon, you've scored yourself a $200 voucher for Lodi in St Kilda, a local escape for cocktails and dining Bayside. Lovely stuff. You also get to pick the next song we play. Would you like to hear my song? Would you like to hear Ben's song or Belle's song?
Your song, please.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. What do you got, Liam?
I've gone for a bit of Gwen Stefani. Mon, do you like Gwen Stefani?
Perfect.
Oh, cool. Sounds like I'm already your favourite. I've recently upgraded my phone. It's been 4 years and I got that itch. I just thought it was time, you know. Ben, you often pay me out for my iPhone camera. I've only got 2 cameras on mine. How many have you got? 3? 3. Yeah. How many have you got, Belle?
I got 1.
Oh, that's actually hilarious. What is that? Was that like an iPhone 1 or something?
It's a 10.
To be fair, though, they bring so many out that you lose track. You know, you think, yeah, I got the new one, right? And then they just bring out like
cares? They're all
2,
the
3 a
same.
year. I know they are very similar. Anyway, I'm with Optus, and obviously they've been in the news a bit over recent months for, you know, losing everyone's driver's license details. No biggie. And I don't know if you've been into an Optus store since the breach, but they're pretty quiet. It's like walking into a Red Rooster on a busy day. So I pulled into the Optus store on Burke Street, and I stepped over a tumbleweed, and all the staff started scrambling around like they hadn't seen a customer in like weeks. And they were really nice, like they were, you know, really professional, and they were great. And I don't know if you know this, but like normally in life, when something bad goes down, you're getting pretty sweet deals. Like ever since Malaysia Airlines lost those 2 planes, like the international return deals are
Dirt cheap.
very competitive.
I have flown with them a few times.
Oh,
since
yeah,
I've
and
been
why
honest.
not? And why not? I mean, it's horrible, but you do have to reap from the rewards. You've got to grow from what's happened. And,
Won't happen a third time.
well, that's what I tell myself. They won't lose my license details again. I'll go with Optus. But that's exactly what happened. So I've walked in just to update an iPhone, and I didn't really want to pay much more than I was already paying. I'm on a pretty small deal. I don't have much data and all that sort of stuff. And it was unreal. You know, you always feel like they're taking you for a ride. They just started throwing products at me. So, like, for the same price as I'm paying, I've walked away with the iPhone 14 Pro Max.
Whoa.
Yeah. Ready? A free Apple Watch.
Yeah.
A free Bluetooth speaker. Free fast charger. Free headphones. Free OtterBox phone case. Free screen protector. And free virus software.
Software.
As we speak, scammers are currently stealing my identity to open offshore bank accounts. But I mean, what a deal, right?
You got all of that.
I got all of that.
For how much a month? Do you know?
It's like $90 something.
That's
I
really
do
good.
like that they've included virus software though, as like, and also if it happens again, you've got the virus
True,
software.
and the OtterBox phone case. Oh yeah, you've always cared about protection, haven't you? Yeah. Good on you, Optus. Nice and safe.
Leopod Mencast. Wait, I said that wrong. Ben and Liam Podcast.
Ben, you've been away for a month now, and we've been doing a show together for like 10 years. So this is like the longest time we spent away. You've been literally... I did a bit, yeah, actually. Well, we were sort of talking a little bit. Sometimes on holidays we say, oh, we won't talk to each other, otherwise we won't have stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were sort of...
Sometimes Sam will go, who are you texting? I go, oh, Liam.
Just being pen pals. Send me some photos and things.
That's cute.
That was nice. Otherwise it would have been too much. I wouldn't have been able to do it.
So 30 days, we did 12 flights, we did 6 countries, there was 3 continents and
Wow.
2 long-distance train rides.
That is around
And
the
I
world.
drove across Spain as well. That was pretty cool, on the wrong side of the road. Another story, though, for another time.
Okay.
The big question, though, that people have been asking me, Liam, was favourite country? That's always
Can I ask? Is that annoying? What's the best country you went to?
definitely Morocco.
Okay.
right.
Yeah, Morocco was just super cool in terms of the architecture. The people were lovely.
Yeah.
It's sort of, isn't it? It's sort of like Africa and Europe meeting. Sort of, is it like?
Nah, it's more Africa than Europe.
Okay.
But it's definitely...
I've not been. I wouldn't know.
It's definitely Casablanca, the main city. Wouldn't go there. We had to go there to get
right.
to Marrakesh,
Why?
but it wasn't a nice city. You didn't really feel safe walking around.
Okay, is that the worst place you'd say that you went?
No, that wasn't my worst place. I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But when you get to Marrakesh, the vibe totally changes. It's more of a touristy city, but super clean. The people were lovely. You got to go to like the markets where people will like walk around and put snakes on your shoulders. And we went hot air ballooning through Marrakesh. That was amazing.
Wow.
So that was definitely my favourite. My worst country, though, bit of a drum roll.
Well, I can take this off my list.
Jordan.
I mean, can we not hang shit on Jordan? Like, I mean, like it's nice you went there, but I don't think do you know what I mean?
Don't get me wrong. I genuinely loved Jordan. The people, super nice, very beautiful. Petra is amazing. So much history. Wadi Rum, which is just like, it's like rolling dunes of red sand and big
this all sounds
towering
good.
cliffs. But while I was there, I had to put it on the bottom of my list because I did literally go blind for 20 minutes.
What? I mean, what?
I went blind for 20 minutes.
How? Why?
Do you have 5 shots?
No, I literally went blind. I couldn't see. I couldn't see for 20 minutes because...
That's so scary.
Yeah. You know the Dead Sea?
Yeah.
We went to the Dead Sea, right? And so you see photos of people like reading books and they're floating in it and they always lay on their back. Did you know, like, it's so fun fact about it, it's a lake, not a sea, and it's 10 times saltier than the ocean.
So
like, you can smell it. You can smell the salt coming off.
You're
of
sort
it.
of buoyant. That's why you can sort of, like, yeah.
And so I went to a spot that was kind of deep, and you're so buoyant that, you know, when you're normally in the ocean and you're just kind of like just treading water, the water kind of sits just below your neck, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's so buoyant that when I was in it and I stood up kind of like long ways, I was above my belly button.
Oh, what?
It's such a weird feeling.
As in you were hovering, you were floating upright.
It almost feels like you can walk on it. That's how buoyant you are.
Whoa.
But you know how people do the thing where they rub the Dead Sea mud on their skin?
Yeah, well, it's good, right?
It's supposed to be really good. All the minerals.
Even
and
if
stuff in it.
if you went to Mecca, I'm sure they'd say some of the products have the mud from the Dead Sea in it.
And so I rubbed this mud all over my body, as did my wife Sam, all over head to toe. You're supposed to rub it on every part of skin,
Every
that's
crevice.
showing.
No.
And then I also put it on my face.
Oh, okay.
Right, so and everyone does that. Other people were doing it as well. Put it on my forehead, put it on my nose, kind of like a face mask.
Yeah.
And then Sam said, you got to let it dry. So I was like, okay, cool. I didn't like how it felt. It felt kind of not sticky, but it didn't
clay?
feel
crispy.
Yeah, it's clay.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel comfortable. Yeah. And Sam said we have to let it dry to do its full effect. So we did. We let it dry. And then what everyone does is they go into the Dead Sea and they swim around and it kind of comes off your body and then you have a shower afterwards.
Okay.
So I had this mud all over my body and then I went into the Dead Sea and I'm floating around and I really didn't like how it felt on my face. So I started splashing the water on my face to get the mud mask off.
Which is basically like pouring martini chicken salt into your eyes.
And so I had my eyes closed, splashed it on there, started washing it off, and then I felt this incredible burn. I'd never felt a burn this intense in my eyes, in my eyeballs, and I was like, oh no, I've gotten the salt in my eyes. And then I thought, it'll be okay, I'll just rub it out. Yeah. But I couldn't rub it out. And then I started trying to open them and they were burning and burning. And then Sam said, are you okay? And at this point I'm like, I can't touch the ground. I'm floating in the water and my eyes are burning. And then I was like, and there was tourists everywhere. And I started yelling out to my wife, Sam. I was like, I can't see. And she said, what do you mean? I said, I washed my face with the salt water. I can't see. And then she said, oh my God, you idiot. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do it at the shower after you're done. And so she had to pull me back to the shore. And then I sat on the shore and then she went and got me a towel and I dried my face off and I still couldn't see. It was just blackness. And then after literally 20 minutes, my vision slowly started to come back.
So what was the blackness though? Is that
it was just I couldn't see. My eyes were just,
eyes?
everything was gone. I just lost vision. I was like, I couldn't see.
Yeah, but
my vision was all
the
gone.
level of salt
It must be. My eyes shut down. My eyes shut down for 20
It
minutes.
just couldn't be done.
So Jordan wouldn't go there.
Yeah. Dead Sea? Nah, don't bother.
A huge shout out to my lovely family, my dear family listening this morning. My mum is tuning in and I wanted to share just a little bit of advice that she gave me last night.
Cool. Because, I mean, for people tuning in for the first time, Ben and I have done a show together for a decade. Mm-hmm. And Belle actually used to be our producer. So this is your first official morning out of the phone booth and into the big studio.
Yeah, I guess we haven't even actually touched on that. Yeah. So, normally I was off air.
That's the context. Yeah.
And so my mum texted me last night and she was saying, good luck.
That's nice.
Oh, lovely, lovely. But as the advice went on, she said, So just a piece of advice, maybe just talk slowly and be guided by the boys. Less is more,
Less is
as
more.
they say.
Less is more. Just
So-
pipe down a bit, Let them do the talking. You just sort of hang around.
I've always thought the same thing. Let us guide you, Belle, because we're kind of like radio masters, and we will be your senseis.
No, please no. You let me
yes.
onto this. You've welcomed me in.
We have.
All right, Belle, less is more. Okay, less is more. Just some advice from your mum, okay?
Blanc, blanc.
We're going to try and get you up to speed with everything that's happened in the world, and Belle's going to tell us what's trending.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet.
Twitter.
Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Well, first thing this morning, this year your Santa photos can now actually be done at your house.
Finally!
From today, you can order online, all thanks to Woolies, you can order online for Santa to come to your house early and with a photographer as well. And you can set up any kind of set that you would like in your house with whoever you want, with your pets, and they will come and take the photo in your living room.
That. If you're, like, in the middle of summer, you're lugging around heavy groceries all around Melbourne on, like, minimum wage, and your boss is like, can you put this beard on as you get out today? You're like, you're kidding me, right? You serious? You're going to make me go into people's houses and get photos with their like, weird kids and stuff? I don't want to do that. I didn't sign up for that.
And the hot new drink for your summer is here. It's Pepsi and milk. Otherwise known as Pilk. Now, if you haven't seen the videos online, a few TikTokers have been trying this. Like I said, Pepsi and milk, otherwise now known as Pilk. And it all started because of this Pepsi ad with Lindsay Lohan.
Nice. Ooh, naughty. Pepsi and milk. Pilk. That is one dirty soda.
That's one dirty soda. It might go hard. You remember spiders? Like your dad's favourite treat? When you have a bit of lemonade and Dad, puts a scoop of ice cream in the top. I haven't had one of them in years.
Well, Liam, it's your lucky day. Here's one I prepared earlier. Of course, I'm going to make you try one.
Okay,
so it's about 3/4 Pepsi, 1/4 milk, cow's milk, or any milk you want.
He's now having a sip.
Oh.
What are you getting there, Liam?
Oh. That's one naughty soda. Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
You're a
Is
dirty
it?
boy.
No, it's actually not. Yeah.
it?
Did you notice I didn't sip? I glugged.
Can I have a taste?
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
Give me some of that pulp.
Please don't
spill
spill it.
milk on the new
Don't
desk.
spill it.
Could you imagine if I spilled pilk?
Oh my god!
all over the new studio?
One way to become enemy number one.
You know what? It actually
Guys.
tastes exactly like a spider.
Do yourself a favour. Go out and get yourself a pilk later on today. If you're feeling a little down, have a pilk.
Also, not an ad, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, you've probably seen the video that's been doing the rounds since Friday of those baggage handlers for Qantas slamming people's suitcases down onto the carousel. Now, this has racked up millions and millions of views. It's gotten people really frustrated and upset.
We're not talking like, just like throwing the bag over as well. Like he's like Batista bombing.
Yeah.
Like the guy's like lifting it above his head and throwing it down like on purpose.
Yeah, and look, I would say they themselves may have been the ones filming it. We don't know, but probably maybe showing off to his mates. We don't know. Well, the latest update is that they have apparently been stood down. So those guys that did slam those suitcases down are now done.
Pretty funny TikTok though. So I'm sure they're happy with the views. I mean, those Qantas baggage handlers were treating those bags like Jetstar treat their actual customers.
Don't.
Just quickly getting to know us, Belle was born into a very posh family,
Oh,
but
here
she
we
loves
go.
op shopping. That's kind of her vibe.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the cool one.
Okay, Ben. I mean, you can't just claim you're the cool one. He's kind of like the country bumpkin one.
Yeah, I grew up in the country. But Liam, you're definitely the guy on the show that loves soccer.
That's why I only get to talk every 4 years when the World Cup's on and the rest of the nation cares. England are currently 3-0 up. So I've sort of been a bit distracted watching that one this morning. But I tell you what, it was so cool yesterday. I mean, the nation really getting behind the Socceroos. I mean, even you watched it, right, Ben?
Yep.
I told you how to download the SBS app.
Did you really, Ben?
I did. I got up for it, yeah.
But it was cool seeing like the live sites around the nation. I mean, Fed Square obviously was the one that sort of started it all, and that got so big that people were spilling into the stadium. It was huge in Sydney, it was huge in Adelaide, Brisbane. People were gathering everywhere because it was not a bad time. 6 o'clock in the morning, you can do that.
As an AFL fan, can I say, though, when it comes to soccer fans, even though I think AFL is a superior game, I reckon soccer fans are just built different.
Yeah.
They're built different. They celebrate so much harder.
Well, I mean, nothing gets you awake in the morning like the smell of a flare a metre away from your face.
Were you near any flares?
I've got asthma. So I was enjoying it, but I was also like nearly dying. But yeah, it was so cool. I mean, the first sort of, 70 minutes, after obviously we went 2-0 down, it was sort of looking like, okay, this is maybe not going to happen. Argentina ranked third best in the world. They have Messi, arguably the greatest player of all time. And then Craig Goodwin scored that goal, and my God, the place was absolutely heaving. And obviously we didn't get the job done in the end, but I think anyone who watched it, even if it's not your sport, you're like, just proud of those guys for doing a great job over there, really playing against some players who are just the best in the world. And speaking of, if you are a bit of a long-term fan of the Socceroos, we are going to be joined by one of the all-time legends, Mr. John Aloisi, in about an hour's time.
Here's Aloisi for a place in the World Cup. He scored! Australia have done it!
So get excited for that, football fans. That's coming up, as Liam said, not too far away now.
Ben and Liam, dopamine for your ears.
You're listening to the brand new mates, Ben, Liam and Belle.
Yes, Belle is a chain smoker, by the way.
Yeah, big smoking problem. If you ever hear her sort of sounding a little raspy in the morning, it's because she's on the old coffin nails in between the songs.
Sometimes if we come back and Belle's not in the studio, she's ducked out for a smoke.
Yeah, Winnie Blues is her preferred packet.
No, okay, can we? No, because it's our first day and I don't want people actually believing that I am
Belle's
a smoker.
Like the smoker.
I'm not a smoker.
I'm the cool one, even though Ben said he was the
You
cool
have
one before.
asthma, Liam.
Yeah, well, I can't smoke. That's why I find it hard to do a show with you.
We're all learning about everybody this morning.
Yeah.
We're learning that Belle is a chain smoker.
No, incorrect. I'm not a chain smoker. We're trying to introduce us to you. We've been working together for years now. I was producing behind the scenes, and now I'm on air thanks to you
which
two.
is good.
So, but I'm not a chain smoker. You said that before, and that is incorrect.
Well, you're from Melbourne.
I'm from Melbourne. I grew up in Camberwell.
Flashy suburb.
Yes, but I do love, I don't know, I stick to my roots. Op shopping and
Stick to your roots. What school did you go to?
I went to MLC, real op shop vibes in Kew. But, so we're introducing us to you.
Yeah.
I would say I'm the cool one.
You keep trying to push that, and I'm not even going to stop you. Whatever. I suppose if you own it enough, you are cool. I mean, what is cool, really? I'm the one who talks like Liam here. I talk loud a lot. I get very excitable. I would say you and I, Ben, we've been doing this for a little while, so we have both come in pretty chillaxed about the whole thing. I haven't really thought about it too much. Like, pressure, like new show. So I think we're sort of optimists in that sense. Belle, you're kind of the worrywart of. I mean, you got some Zambrero for dinner, and then you didn't even eat it last night.
I couldn't eat it. I didn't sleep.
You did a great job, by the way. So, you wouldn't notice. But
thanks.
I mean, you keep talking about how like something's going to go wrong, and before we had some troubles with the phones, and
yeah, no, I knew straight away. I was like, this is it. This is it. We're a sinking ship.
Why not? They're going to fire us. The phones aren't working. To put your mind at ease, what I want to do this morning, because it's our first morning here. What went wrong on your first day? Because if you hear all the stories, like all the horrible things that happened, it might make you go, oh, well, it's not going to be that bad. You know what I mean, Belle? So 13, 24, 10, what went wrong on your first day? Might have been your first job, might have been in more of a professional capacity, that job you were waiting for a long time. It's currently 17 degrees. I said currently. Weird, yes. That was my first blunder of the morning. I promise I'll try and be better.
Which is actually fitting for what we're talking about right now. We're asking the question, 13, 24, 10, what went wrong on your first day?
Yeah, Belle, you're a bit of a worrywart, and you're stressed out that something's going to go wrong on this show. You said,
Liam
and I quote,
just did it.
It's a sinking ship.
If that's the worst it gets, then I think I'm fine with that.
Let's find out what's happened to some other people. What went wrong on the first day?
Yeah, we do have some Ed Sheeran tickets to give away to our best caller. Sam joins us now in Lawn. What happened, Sam?
Hi, buddy. I was an electrician, first year Sparky, on my first day digging trenches. Passed out after 2 hours of digging in 30-degree weather. No one found me for about an hour, and then the whole site got shut down for a week and a half.
Yeah, I mean that's not really on you though, buddy. I mean, you know what I mean? Like if that's your first day and you're out there probably like 17 digging holes.
It was pretty horrific.
Yeah. No one's looking after you. You almost died. I think that's more on the
I
site
love the
manager.
idea of the other people on the site seeing you passed out from digging the trench and saying he'll be right.
And that's also the thing, like, working on a work site, being the young guy, like, you probably never lived that down. Hey, Sam, that would have been like, oh, soft, oh, geez, it's just gone 19 degrees. Sam's probably going to pass out again, soft.
All right, Martine in Carrum. What went wrong on your first day?
So this was a long time ago. I'm a teacher, and I had my first yard duty where you supervise the students at recess and lunchtime. And one of the kids was doing something wrong on the oval, so I called him over. I said, "Hey, mate, come over here." He turned around, dropped his jack, spooned me, and then said, "Kiss my hairy AWS."
What? How old was this kid?
This was grade 6.
Grade 6?
Not hairy.
Remember,
Impressive that he had a hairy ass, to be honest. I'm like, I hit puberty young, but not that young.
remember mooning as a concept?
Yeah.
You just pull your
There's problems with it, isn't there? Yeah.
Wow. And Martine, did you give him a punishment, or what did you do?
You know what? It was around 20 years ago, so I can't actually remember what came of it, but I'll never forget that story.
Yeah.
Wow, that poor kid. I wonder what happened to him.
Emily, in Mornington, what about you? Your first day, something went horribly wrong?
Oh, it went horribly wrong, guys. Good morning. I was a 22-year-old flight attendant for British Airways in London, and it was my first day doing business class. And we were doing the drink service, and all of a sudden some gentleman asked for a champagne, and I opened it, and it splurted all over him and the chair and myself, and my first instinct was to put my mouth over the bottle and...
Oh, just guzzle
Oh my
it, try
God.
and take it.
That's great.
They did the snarling drag and it started
Also-
exploding out of your nose.
Also, Emily, good on you for pushing on when you've clearly got a bit of commotion going on
There's
in
a
the
bit
background.
happening. You're obviously a good mum trying to do 6 things at once. You're like making 3 kids
sorry.
breakfast. They're having an argument. You're trying to win Ed Sheeran tickets for the whole family.
Ben and Liam. Dopamine for your ears.
Welcome to your brand new breakfast show, Ben, Liam and Belle.
Yes, very first time. We're so excited to be waking up with you, Melbourne. And obviously, look, the last show finished up on Friday. A lot of star power with Chrissie, Sam and Browny. I mean, you've got one of the most well-respected women in Australian media, the nation's finest comedian, a Brownlow medalist. And you got to respect the folks at Nova for going, well, it worked before, so why don't we replicate, bring in some more big names? Why don't we get the 2 guys who do the Vicks Vapor Drops ads and their producer? So it should be fire. We're looking forward to it. Hope you are too.
Expect big things.
Oh, yeah.
From us.
Big things coming. Hey, up next, someone kissed my fiance, Melbourne, and I don't know how to feel about it.
I'll tell you how to feel.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can help me next. Look, I've got a friend of mine who is a cheek kisser. It's a thing that some people do when they greet others. I always feel it's a bit weird when men greet women with a kiss on the cheek. Like, it's a bit, you don't want saliva being exchanged.
You're saying it's a bit outdated?
I don't know. I just feel, because I saw my friend do it to my fiance, and then I was like, oh, cheek kisser.
Is it tongue?
There's no tongue. I mean, you can't. Well, you just give him a little lick on the cheek like a. No, it wasn't a pup. My friend's not a pup.
I'm trying to visualise the kiss.
No, Ben. No. It was just a little. It was a quick peck, and she was like, "Yeah, all your friends do that." And I was like, "All my friends have been kissing you this whole time. I'm missing out. I'm not kissing your friends." I'm like, I didn't know that. Like, I don't know. How do you kiss on the cheek, Ben? I've never, like, I've known you for years, but I've never really taken notice.
I would say that if I look someone in the eyes as they're coming over to me, if I can tell that they're a cheek kisser, I will kiss them on the cheek. But I don't think I'm the kind of person that would go for the cheek kiss initially. What about an auntie, though?
Yeah, no, as you were saying it, I was like, yeah, I'll do it to my auntie.
Right, but you wouldn't do it to a friend's
I wouldn't
partner.
meet a colleague and go, oh, nice to meet you. I wouldn't do that.
Well, I was going to say, Ben, you don't even go near people.
No.
When you say hi, you stand on the other side of the room and
Ben
wave.
actually prefers not to meet people in the first place.
Belle, how do you feel about the cheek kiss?
Oh, look, there's definitely 2 types of cheek kiss. There's definitely the air kiss, and then there's the contact with cheek, and sometimes feeling a little bit of saliva hanging there after. Not a fan of it.
Can you say no? Like if someone's coming in and you go, no, and like pull your head out the way?
Look, if they're good looking, if they're hot, I'm not going to...
Hang on, so you're saying you don't like the cheek kiss unless the person giving it is attractive?
Yeah, future reference, if I avoid the cheek kiss, it means they're below 5 to me. But, no, I think...
Also interesting to see Belle's open to 6s.
Nice.
Well, I think in this day and age after COVID, I'm sure, I don't know, I kind of like the bit of contact.
Okay.
I personally am not for it. How do you feel about the cheek kiss? Is it weird? If it's coming from like someone you've just met or friend, not necessarily like an auntie or like a family member. Luke joins us now. You're a cheek kisser, mate. You're all for it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not weird at all. It's only weird if you let it be weird.
Yeah,
Luke,
right.
I think you think that, though.
Do you try and vibe them out, Luke? Like, if you're going in for one, do you try and vibe them, or are you just going in no matter what?
No matter what.
I suppose at least if you're committed to it, then you're probably 9 times out of 10 going to land on the cheek. If you're sort of half committing, that's when you might accidentally get the side of the lips or the ear or something. Rowena joins us now. Cheek kissing. What do you think? Are you into it?
Nah, I think it's weird.
Yeah. You know, it does. Yeah.
Before, actually... it's interesting, Rowena, because Belle before, she did say that she thinks it's okay if you're a 6 and above.
Yeah, if you're hot, then it's okay.
I'm just going to quickly go back to Luke, who we just had. Are you still there, Luke?
Yeah.
Out of 10, mate, what do you reckon you are?
What do you mean by like,
if you had to score your attractiveness out of 10, what do you give yourself?
Oh, I'd go a 5.
Oh, so he's on the border. He's on the borderline. So
yeah, but I did say 5 or above before.
Okay, so you're safe, Luke. So that's why you're getting away with it. If you were just a smidge under a 4, you might not be so confident with all those cheek kisses you've been dishing out around Melbourne.
Cassandra joins us now in Lang Lang. Good morning. What are your thoughts on the cheek kiss?
It depends on the level of cheek kiss. So, like, if it's lip contact, not okay.
Whoa.
If it's like just to the side, it's okay.
So you mean you're talking about the ghost kiss, like when you actually touch cheeks and make the sound near someone's ear?
Is okay, but like when it's contact, you get saliva, you get a bit too close intimate to that person.
Yeah.
And Cass, I totally understand with when there is contact and saliva, and then you've got to do the awkward, like you don't want to look rude and wipe your cheek.
Wipe it.
Yeah,
You can leave it there for a bit until it gets dry.
No. Oh, yuck, ew.
I am very curious about your thoughts. Rosa joins us now in North Carlton. Good morning, Rosa. Cheek kissing, what do you reckon?
Unashamedly, one side, yes.
Oh, you like it.
Oh.
So, Rosa, are you one of those?
Dirty bugger.
Are you one of those,
I do
though?
the one side, but it's very awkward when they go into the second side, and I'm not ready for that. I'm not a second side kisser.
Yeah, we haven't spoken about that. The double kiss.
Like an Italian thing. It's a bit of a boom, boom. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, absolutely. And then if you miss going for the second, that's when the lips on lips can happen.
That's
but Rosa, one question: Are you one of those women who, because you love it, do you present your cheek? Do you go in and kind of turn your head to the side, going, "Come kiss me"?
Yeah, but I always give my hand first. Like I give my hand, they grab it, and then I move in.
Oh my god!
You want this down to a fine art, Rosa. I tell you what. I mean, I know Belle's theory now that 5s and above get to kiss her. So I'm looking forward to coming into work tomorrow and finding out where I sit on the scale.
You know where you sit on the scale.
I think I'm getting blank, guys.
Here's another bit of curry.
Look, if it is your first time listening to the show, welcome, get comfy. Liam, across the table from me, he is the soccer guy or the football guy. You're the big World Cup fan, Liam, and you were very excited on Sunday morning.
Yeah, got up nice and early. I'm still a bit wheezy from all the flares I inhaled at one of the live sites across the country. And right now we're joined by the man responsible for the most iconic moment in Socceroo's history.
Here's Aloisi for a place in the World Cup. For us.
Getting us into the World Cup way back in 2005, for a lot of younger people, that's sort of the start of like what Australia at the World Cup looked like. That was the second time we ever made it. John Aloisi joins us now. Mate, where were you watching the game yesterday?
I was watching it in my living room for once. I wasn't working or at the live site inhaling flares like you. I was just trying to watch it and be calm and not get too nervous. But what a performance from the boys. They really... they did us proud, didn't they? They were excellent from start to finish. They really made it hard for Argentina. And really, the difference was Lionel Messi, arguably the best player of all time. He made the difference for that side, but we nearly took him all the way to the
It was so close. I'm just thinking now, imagine if you did try and go to Fed Square. You would get absolutely hound. It would be the worst possible thing. You'd much safer in your living room, I reckon.
And I think, like you, a lot of people were watching it from their living rooms. They were watching it from the live sites. This was the moment that all of Australia lost their minds.
That's a good ball forward. And a shot from Goodwin! It's in for Australia! Craig Goodwin scores his second goal at the World Cup finals, and there's still hope.
Then there was a rapid attack. We really started pressing him, and I thought, we're on here. This is happening. I couldn't believe it. Were you starting to get a bit worried, John?
Oh, I wasn't getting worried. When we scored that goal, I felt that we had the momentum, and I thought that we were going to grab the equaliser. We saw Aziz Bayic. He went on a Messi-esque run, nearly scored. And then Garang Kuol right at the end, he did everything right. His control was excellent. He's only 18 years old. He hit the target. It was just a great save from the Argentinian keeper. But it was a great performance. It was a pity that we got knocked out. But you know, they were excellent the whole tournament. You know, who thought after losing the first game against France 4-1 that we're going to be able to win the next two and take Argentina all the way.
Personal question here for you, John. There's footage that we've seen of the players lining up for selfies with Messi in the change rooms. When you were playing, were you ever starstruck by anyone?
Not starstruck. I never asked for photos after the game.
It is a bit weird.
But you know what? A lot of people are criticising him. Look, you saw that the players respected, obviously, Messi and Argentina on the field, but they didn't fear them. They made sure they were like really close, and actually some of the challenges I don't think Messi would have liked too much. So if they want to do that after the game's done. I've got no issue at all. But because he's the best player I've ever seen. So maybe if I was a player now, I would have done the.
Well, this is the thing, John Aloisi. I mean, they've all got iPhones now. In 2006, you would have had to get like the chunky, like Nikon sort of camera. It's harder to do a selfie. They weren't really around much in those days. Well, look, thank you so much for joining us. Socceroo's legend John Aloisi brings Western United FC's journey to life only on Templay from this Wednesday. So you've seen how good Australian football can be on the world stage. So make sure you support it right here at home as well.
Thanks for joining us, John.
Attention everyone, aged over 25. Turns out we've all been using Instagram wrong. Now us three, Ben, Liam, myself, we are all classed as millennials. So I'm 28, born in 94. Ben,
I'm kind of like the dad of the group. I'm 29.
But like spiritually 40. Like, you know, he's in bed by 7. Yeah. Actually made a noise complaint for one of his neighbours once, but it was at 5 p.m, like on a Saturday.
Yeah, because they were having a party on a Saturday and it was very loud.
Yeah.
And Liam, you're 26.
I am.
Okay, so like I said, we're all millennials, but there is a girl on TikTok who is a Gen Z, and she has actually said that all of us millennials are using Instagram wrong and doing our stories the wrong way. We're making them ugly, we're making them lame and outdated. She's then given us the top 3 tips to make your Instagram stories real. Tip number 1.
If it's a video, keep it under 10 seconds. We don't need to say anything more than that. Picture, 0.5 zoom, every time.
What's 0.5 zoom? I don't even know what that is.
Every time. I have no idea what 0.5 zoom is.
Also, she's zooming out for every photo?
Zooming out?
Because 0.5 zoom is when you zoom out.
Oh, I thought it was zooming in.
more of the...
You're seeing more of the scene, I believe.
Okay, well,
Do you know what's really old? This is what my dad does when he's taking a photo. He's like, get in there with your sister. And then he stands about 7 metres away and zooms in. And I'm like, you can just stand closer and the quality will be better. Do you know what I mean? He does it so it gets, and you look at it, he sends it to you, and it's like all grainy. He sends it to you like 2 days later. Remember we had lunch the other day? Yes, I do.
All right, well, tip number 2. So, firstly, I saw tip number 1, and I was like, oh no, I don't even know what that means. I am old. Tip number 2.
Ghost tag your friends. Tag your friend and then drag the tag off screen so you can't see it in the story anymore.
Mate, when I do an Insta story, I tag usually my boyfriend, and I'll make that like the centre of the
and I also like put like the location here, and then sometimes you're really old if you put the weather in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like do you?
I did on the weekend because I went to the beach because it was so beautiful and hot. I went to the beach and I put 29 degrees, and then I tagged Luke, my boyfriend, underneath it, and then I was going to put an emoji of a sun. You know?
Yeah.
All right. So far we're guilty of doing 2 for 2.
Yeah, and then tip number 3.
Do not slant your text.
Okay.
Oh, I love slant text. You mean like as in like put it like on an angle?
Yes. So you write it and then you
love
grab
that.
your fingers and you tilt it a little
That's
bit.
kind of like
What's wrong with that?
Because we grew up in the word art era. Like if you could import that one with it's like all rocks, I would love that. You know that one that's like I used to use that for all my headings for my assignments and stuff like Vietnam, and it's all in like rocks.
I don't remember
I've
that
never
one.
seen that one.
You know what's it? Oh, okay. Well, it was like my favorite one.
I was always rainbow.
Or did you like the blue wavy one? Like
Yeah.
You know what? It was really sad. We should get that for Instagram stories and you can put word art.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.